preguntando por mi nombre, Poppin la bonita.
Hello everyone, I'm Estela Casas, Creative Brand Strategist for the Viva Auto Group family of dealerships. Thanks for listening to the VivaStyle Podcast, where we have interesting conversations about the automotive industry that provides hundreds of jobs in the borderland. Let's talk VivaStyle. Okay, wow, what a special day today. Krystall Poppin, hip-hop artist. Now you got the El Paso Inc. Best of the Best Artists. Wow, welcome, and thank you so much for being with us today.
Thank you for having me, Estela. I'm very, very excited to be here.
Well, you know what, Krystall? I think, being a hip-hop artist is fantastic. It's a tough business.
Yes.
But you're here because you're working with purpose.
Yes.
You're helping raise money for the El Paso Children's Hospital. Tell me about that.
Yes. So I linked up with Aaron Jones. I'm sure everyone knows who Aaron
everybody
Jones
knows
is.
who Aaron Jones is.
So he invited me out because he wants to include people of the community, that are doing things that want to make a difference as well. So he reached out and he let me know, hey, we just did this softball game together and we raised money, for charity as well. And he said, I'm going to do this hospital visit for the El Paso Children's Hospital, and I would love for you to be a part of it, come out, kind of just raise the spirits of the children and all of that. And I was, as soon as he invited me, I was, yes, I would love to be involved in that. And so we're going to be out there tomorrow with the children. So
it's the A&A All the Way Foundation from Aaron Jones and his brother and his family. That's terrific that he's able to, keep us in his heart, right?
Definitely.
That he comes and wants to make a difference and continue making a difference in our community.
Absolutely.
And he made a huge difference when he was at Burgess High School. I'm a proud Burgess Mustang as well.
Oh, nice.
And in the football community. And then, now he is just a superstar.
Yes.
Not only on the football field, but also as a person.
Yes.
So we
absolutely.
appreciate him reaching out and, wanting to make a difference in our community. That's fantastic. I know he has a restaurant. I know he has a lot of things, and, he's investing in our community.
Definitely.
So tell me, what will you be doing?
So they invited me out I will be doing karaoke with the kids.
Oh, gosh, how amazing
it's
is
gonna
that?
be fun. We're going to have the mics, and I'll be standing with them and kind of just singing along and stuff. And they also said, maybe you could do a song or two. And I said, okay, yeah, I'll go ahead and do a song with them and stuff, and we can sing along. And it's just going to be a bunch of fun and just something like that they can just take their mind off, what they go through on the daily, and just be kids and just have fun for the day.
It's hard for a lot of these kids. They're in the hospital. They have cancer. They have COVID. They have a lot of illnesses, long-term illnesses, and what a great way to raise their spirits, to have not only Aaron but some other group of people, especially yourself, trying to lift spirits. And so that is fantastic. So what is your go-to song?
My go-to song. So I'm going to hopefully be singing. If they say I can sing one of mine, it's called One More Time. I have Paula I have Paula Deanda on it. She sings the hook, so maybe we can sing it. It's really, fun, and a lot of actually kids tell me that's their favorite song of mine. So hopefully we can do that one for sure.
So you're from El Paso. Tell me a little bit about yourself. I know that apparently we met a long time ago.
Yes.
You probably did my hair and covered my gray or something.
So I did. So before I moved out of town to do music full time, I worked at Foliage Salon and Spa. And so shout out to all my girls at Foliage. Yes, Laura,
yes.
How are you doing? So yes, that's when I met you. And I just meeting you at that point, I was so excited. So you can only imagine me right now. But yeah, that was maybe back in 2014, maybe something like that. And and you were super nice, and I was really nervous to meet you, but I definitely did your hair, and it was fun. So thank you for
well, thank you for
that.
It's amazing how you took that leap of faith.
Definitely.
So I'm putting together a women's luncheon, and I want women who need to hear some words of encouragement to join us at the luncheon, and because not everybody is so brave and courageous to take that leap of faith and follow your dream of being a singer.
Definitely.
You had to leave everything behind,
Oh, yes.
and take that leap of faith so you can pursue something that you wanted to do.
Definitely.
Tell me about that. That was hard because
Oh,
being
yeah.
a singer is a tough business.
Definitely.
The entertainment world is hard.
It is very hard. It definitely takes a toll on you, especially throughout the time, you do it. But I definitely feel that I was willing to put that sacrifice because I knew what I wanted. And before I found music, I didn't really know what I wanted to do. I was also doing hair, which was all passion of mine as well. But at the back of my head every day, I was just like, man, I want to do music. I want to do music. And I would even do shows during the time that I was doing hair. And it was just like always my goal to, eventually, like, I'm going to go do music full time. And I just set my mind to it. I ended up saving a bunch of money just to, get myself out there. I dedicated myself. I didn't spend where I didn't need to, and eventually I reached my goal, and I went for it, and it wasn't easy. It's definitely still not easy.
It's still hard.
Yeah, it's still hard to this day. I did a lot of things that I feel like helped me as well. So at some point, I think it was in 2018, I moved into an RV. I sold all my belongings. I only had a little pile of clothes, and in this RV I traveled to every city that I knew that was music based, and I started performing, and I started going to find open mics and just meeting people in the local scene, and eventually it just got me to this point that I am right now. So there was definitely a lot of moments where I had to really decide, like, how far am I going to take this, and I did everything I needed to, for sure.
Oh, well, so traveling alone, gosh, that's hard. What was the hardest part of doing all of this? Dreams are dreams, and then you think, gosh, this is just so much work. It's
Yes.
just so much. I can't. Were there times when you said, I can't do this anymore?
Oh yes, they honestly.
Yeah.
I think that it's an often thought, but then I always remember why I'm doing this, and the thing that I think that kept me going the most was my family, first and foremost, just because I want to be successful and kind of just, bring that back to them, kind of like uplift them as well. Besides my family, it's just all the people that believe in me, and there's no way I can let them down, like my supporters, my fans, even the children, especially like when I have little fans that come up to me and they're just so excited and they hug me, and the way that they treat me like I'm this superstar, which I feel like, humbly, I don't feel like I'm all the way to my goal yet. You know what I mean? I have a long way to go, but just to even see like a child like want my autograph, or someone to tell me take a picture, or even a young woman to ask for advice or anything like that, it really it touches my heart, and it keeps me going.
As an Hispanic woman, as an Hispanic young lady, we like to have mentors and role models, and sometimes we don't. So it's really important for little girls to see somebody their same coloring, their dark skin, their dark eyes, somebody who looks like them
to represent
them. So you're doing a fine job doing that.
Thank you.
So you talk about what's next. What is next for Krystall?
So what's next? I really, really want to work towards going on my own full headlining tour. You know what I mean? I definitely want to go around to where it's like people are opening up for me. Because right now I open up for other bigger acts, like such as Baby Bash and Paw Wall, people in Texas like that. But I eventually want to have my own tour, go around and see the fans that way. Other than that, I definitely want to be releasing a bunch of new music that I've been working on. I'm excited to share.
Do you compose? Are you a composer?
Well, I do a little bit. I definitely have people who make the music, but I'm involved in it as well. I kind of tell them, like, I kind of want the drums to sound like this, or I want the guitar to sound like this, and we collaborate a lot on the beats.
Take ownership of your music. That's
definitely
fantastic.
And kind of like shape the sound together. But that's also really cool because I feel like I'm fully immersed into like the art as well.
So what kind of training do you have? Is this all come from the heart, or is it a combination of heart and training in music training?
I definitely don't. I don't really have any like proper training. I feel like a lot of it was self-taught. especially like in the writing and the rapping side of everything, I just study people. I would just put my headphones on for hours and days and just listen to what they're saying and read their lyrics and see how they're writing and stuff. So that's how I like taught myself how to write. Other than that, I also watch, videos on how to do certain things. I taught myself how to record. I taught myself, and my manager as well, DS Jr., he's taught me a lot as well. He has a lot of insight musically. He has a very strong musical background, and he's taught me a lot as well. So it was just a combination of me learning and kind of like looking to people who could teach me as well. I wish I had some sort of, like classical training and instruments. I would love to learn how to play the piano, and I eventually want to, but that's just a goal of mine. But yeah, everything so far has been self-taught or taught to me through the people I look up to.
A lot of things on your plate, a lot of plans,
Yes.
a lot of goals, a lot of dreams on your plate, and we wish you the best, and thank you for participating in this festivity, in this event for the El Paso Children's Hospital as a fundraiser. As you know, our community is strapped, and there's a lot of people who can't afford health care. So
Yeah.
that's very important that you're able to join Aaron and his family. I know they're very dedicated to our community, so I appreciate you doing that.
And it's an honor for me to just be a part of it. I've always wanted to be involved in community activities and events and stuff. And, like you mentioned, in 2019, I was voted best artist of the city. And man, just bringing that home was, I cried so much on that time. And so the fact that people of notoriety in the city that are reaching out to me, I'm just honored.
That's fantastic. So a lot is something who's given a lot is expected. You get chosen best artist, El Paso Week best of the best. It comes with some responsibility as well.
Yes.
Because you get a gold star, but you go, oh gosh, I need another gold star. I need to represent better. How do you feel about that? And what do you do to better represent not only your community but yourself?
I think that it's always just me trying to make sure that no matter what I put out, it represents me and what I stand for and what I believe in. I try my best to definitely be my authentic self all the time. So I want to kind of be that strong, role model for people who can. And a lot of people, when I get interviewed, they say, are you sure you want to be a role model? Because people are scared to do that because maybe
it's a responsibility.
It is a responsibility. But at the end of the day, I definitely feel like being a woman, a Latina from El Paso, I would love to step into that role because there aren't too many. But you definitely are. There are definitely lots of strong women here. And that I've definitely met, interacted with, and the fact that they look to me and just say, like, you are one as well, like, that is really awesome, and I would love to step into that role, for sure.
You are certainly the future.
Thank you.
Just one more time. All day, all night. Good vibes. It don't matter if it's okay. Let's just keep it going.
We'd like to hear what you think about today's conversation. Go to the Viva Auto Group Facebook page and like us. If you're in the market for a new or pre-owned car or truck, we invite you to choose a Viva vehicle.
A soaking bath is relaxing, but the ocean breeze is closer than you think. Escaping the heat in the mountains is too, if you're in the right vehicle.
Don't dream it, live it. Vacation in a new Viva vehicle.
Gather the family for a well-deserved adventure in a Viva vehicle.
Hey, that's my spot.
What's your Viva style? It's what you want it to be. Come see Viva in El Paso and Las Cruces.